welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. My name is Shayna. Please click the subscribe button before we get started with today's video, and also turn on the bell button so you'll be notified anytime that I do post a new video. So for today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how I do my classic ombre nails. Now, like I said in my other previous nail videos, I am not an expert on nails, however I am working on to that. But yeah, I gotta wash my hands because I just did my makeup, so I have makeup under my nails. But yeah, these are the nails. And yeah, if you guys want to see how I achieve my ombre nails, then please keep watching. Hey guys, so I just did my right hand off camera, and I'm now going to do my left hand. So I usually start with the opposite hand first, like my non-dominant hand, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm using the Mia Secret Cover Pink Acrylic Powder and this like other white one. But basically what I was saying was, since it's usually harder for me to match up like the nail length, I kind of start with my right hand using my left hand, and then I do my left hand with my right hand after. Anyways, so I'm just showing you everything that I'm going to be using in this video. The nail drill, the liquid monomer. I'm going to be pouring this, just some of it, into this little cup. And let me tell you, I have another liquid monomer that's way stronger than that, like the smell. And this one is not as strong. It's a lot more like subtle, and it doesn't give you a headache. So I really recommend that bottle. So I'm kind of just getting my brush a little wet, and then going into, oh yeah, so I forgot that I had to start filing my nails a little bit, because you know when you cut them, they're kind of crooked a little bit, at least for me, because I don't use like the acrylic nail clipper. I just use like a regular nail clipper, so sometimes the line may not be straight. So I was just filing that up before I even got started with anything. And now I'm dipping back into the monomer and taking like a little bead shape from the white acrylic powder. And at first I put it way too low, so that's why you see a little dot there. And I'm learning, you know, I work from the bottom up, and the technique that I now know to do is to not make it too thick right there, because you want it to be able to blend nicely with the pink acrylic powder right after. So like you can't see at the end of the video like what I'm talking about, but in person you can see the details. Like when you look closely, you can kind of see where the white ends, or you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm just creating that shape, working in small sections. That's why honestly I spend a lot of time doing my nails. I feel like it's a little hard to do your own nails versus someone else's nails because of like the angle. Like you don't really see all angles, so I constantly have to like lift my finger up like this and kind of like make sure there's no acrylic falling under the nail, clean it up, add more. Yeah, I'm still learning, but let me tell you, my nails didn't come out too bad. So and even though this is like sped up, I didn't really spend too much time doing my nails either, at least on this hand. But you know, I used to take a long time. I used to take like freaking 4 hours, but I'm getting better. Right now it's only taking me like about 2 hours to do my nails, and I'm pretty sure slowly but surely it'll only take me like an hour to like 45 minutes, or 45 minutes to an hour. Practice makes perfect. Also, what I've noticed is that when I kind of dip into the monomer, it kind of loosens up the acrylic a little bit and makes it easier to kind of like blend it. I didn't really dip my brush, I didn't wipe my brush enough on the paper towel, so I did end up getting some acrylic at the end of it, and I had to soak it off with some acetone. So yeah, just make sure you remember to constantly wipe your brush as you go. Sometimes I forget to. But again, we're working on it. So yeah, when you do ombre, you obviously don't bring the white all the way down. Also, when I do apply acrylic, I tend to press down to kind of flatten it out, smooth it out. I don't really know how to explain how I do this. It's kind of just me like eyeballing it. You don't want to wipe too hard. You want to have a really light hand when you wipe. And I'm also working on being like really clean and neat when I do nails, because as you can see, I kind of get some like acrylic on like my skin, which is not an issue for me because it's easy to come off. But you know, obviously when you do nails on other people, that can kind of like irritate them, and they think like you're messy and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So this is kind of like my application, how it looks like. I don't think it looks too bad. But yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory for the first step with applying the white acrylic. So as you can see here, I'm just filing the nails. So what I did learn is after you apply the white part, you do want to file and buff it, smooth it out before you move on to the next step, because you're now going to blend another acrylic powder on top, and you kind of want the first step that you did to be like smooth, if that makes sense. You don't, like, the way I see it is like you don't want to do the white part and then it's like bumpy and stuff, and then you go and then you do the pink acrylic and then that's bumpy, so then it's like you got to do double the work. Like, you're going to spend more time filing. That's just my opinion. So I'm just filing everything, cleaning up the sides, buffing the top, making sure everything is like smooth. Honestly, I use a nail filer to kind of make it smooth more than the drill. Honestly, the drill is kind of like a touch-up, but I don't really rely on the drill that much. I kind of like to use the nail filer. So yeah. So here I discovered that I needed more acrylic because I seen that one side was a little less, like it had a little less volume. And then this nail ended up being a little bit shorter than my other ring fingernail on the other hand, which is annoying. So I'm still working on like making sure both of my hands are like the nails on both hands are even. But yeah, so like while that's drying, I'm kind of just buffing out my pinky. And then now I'm going in with the pink acrylic. I love this freaking acrylic. Like, I don't know, it's like the perfect pink. I have another one. It's like a natural pink, but it's way too light. This one is like the true pink, you know. So I was dusting everything off of like my armrest. By the way, I got the armrest on eBay. And I thought it was perfect because when I do my nails, my hand has to be elevated. When I was doing my nail tutorials before, it was a little harder to show you guys up close because my hand was not elevated. So you can see like my thumbnail, get it, thumbnail, like YouTube thumbnail. But my thumbnail came out super, super good. Like the blending was really good. I love the shape. Here, I tried to make sure that I didn't bring the pink up too much. Right there, you see I just kind of scraped it off because I had a little bit of pink up there. And yeah, so I'm just making sure I apply that little bead shape. And what I'm also working on is not applying it too close to the cuticle, because sometimes when it dries up, it gets a little crusty around there. And then the nails can lift easily, and then sometimes my nail will pop off, meaning that it will kind of like lift, and then it could just easily fall off, like when I'm in the shower, and then I have to glue it on. And for me, I don't really care because, you know, I do my own nails. But if I'm doing someone else's nails, you know, that can't be happening. So that's why I'm not really ready to do other people's nails yet. I'm just practicing on myself. But yeah, I really like how this came out, like, overall. So as you can see, this is how the pinky looks. Looks super smooth and blended. I love it. And now I'm doing the filing again after I applied the pink part and buffing it out with the nail file. As you can see, sometimes I have to lift up my hand closer to my face so I can see up close. I honestly don't even know how girls do these tutorials. They're actually kind of hard. Because a lot of the times I do bring my hand very close to my face so I can see every little detail. Because, you know, when you get your nails done, when they lift up your hand close to their face, you know, they have to see if everything's straight. So it completely makes sense now. But yeah, just buffing everything out. So now I'm just going to like use my like nail brush and like just like dust everything off. At the end I do wash my hands. Now I'm taking my nail gel and I'm kind of just making sure everything is like really sharp and clean. The acrylic by like the cuticle is not super great. Like there is some gaps I realized like afterwards, and I honestly didn't feel like going back and fixing it. I really didn't. But yeah, I'm kind of just like making sure everything is smooth, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Also, what I realized too is that when you kind of like kick up the speed on the nail gel, it kind of smooths it out quicker. Before I kind of had it on like a low speed, so that's something new that I've been doing, just cleaning up the edges and like a little bit under the nail, making sure there's no like acrylic under there, because I hate when there's acrylic under the nail. Like it's mad thick and it looks ugly. So yeah, as you can see, I was like trying to clean up under the pinky nail. So I don't normally really do this, but I decided to take the nail buffer and kind of just buff up my nails a bit. And remember how I told you on the index finger I got a little bit of pink on the tip and I scraped it off? I was also missing some white, so I added a tiny bit, and I just kind of, you know, clean that up and just let that dry. You know, it's okay to go back and touch up if you see any mistakes. And dusting everything off, just trying to clean up a little bit. I like to clean as I go. Trust me, when you clean as you go with anything in life, it makes life easier. So this is how it looks up close before I do any top coat. It looks pretty nice, you know, pretty presentable. And now I'm going to go in with the base coat by Lavender Violet. You can use any base coat that you want, but I've just been using this and I like it. And I'm also using the Essie Gel Couture top coat. So first I'm doing the base coat, right? And now everything looks shiny, it looks popping, it looks cute. I was gonna do some rhinestones, but honestly I didn't really feel like it. I was lazy. Like I was really gonna go in and do some designs, but I was not having it. So I'm applying my base coat, and then I'm going to set that under the UV light for 90 seconds. It has like an automatic thing, like a sensor, so as soon as you stick your hand under it just says 90 seconds, but obviously you can change it to 60, 30, but I just put it for 90 because it really kind of, how do I say, like it just makes sure like everything's dry putting it in for 90 seconds. Obviously I don't show the full 90 seconds on camera, but it's 90 seconds. And then now I go in with the top coat, and because if you don't put the top coat, like the base coat, it still feels a little sticky. Like it's dry, but there's still a little like tackiness. So you do need to cure it with the top coat before you go back under the UV light. And I know some people may say, Shane, you don't have to do a base coat. You can just go straight in the top coat. But I just wanted to do the base coat. That's just what I wanted to do. And then after that, I put it right under the light, and then I take it right on out, and this is the completed, I want to say completed look. This is not a makeup tutorial. This is the final result. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, turn on the bell button like I said, so you'll be notified anytime that I upload. Subscribe, check out my eyelashes at shaynaa.com/shop. Link will be in the description, also right here. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at therealshaynaa. Don't forget to watch the ads on my videos and click on them. It means so much to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Don't let daylight fall.